Hello, everybody. My name is Jordan Evans, and today I'm going to be talking about the best ways to deal with and handle competition. Now, the best way to deal with competition is to understand that there is no competition. What? And I would be naive to say there is no competition, but it's just how I approach it. So right now, I'm going to share with you 3 ways, and just from my experience and what I've experienced the last few years of kind of living my life like this, why I believe that there's no competition. And the first one is going to be focus completely on yourself. If you're only focusing on your own skills and your own growth and how you interact with people, there really won't be competition because you'll be ahead of everybody. And one of my favorite examples, I think this was at the Beijing Olympics, I haven't researched it, back in 2008, where Michael Phelps, there's a picture, a famous photograph of a race, I'll put one up, and he's looking straight forward while his competition's looking at him. And I used to be a competitive swimmer, and so I know that any level of drag or anything outside of your traditional swim technique will hinder you and take milliseconds off your time. And so as you can see in this image, Michael Phelps is only looking forward. He's focusing on himself. He doesn't care what anybody else is doing. And so that's the first step. I don't think competition is a huge factor because as long as you're focusing on what you're doing, what everyone else is doing won't even matter. You're just putting yourself in the best position. Number 2 is there's enough for everybody. We literally live in a world where we have communities with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that we are in contact with. And now with the internet, the great equalizer, and everyone has a cell phone, we are in contact with millions, if not even billions of people, hundreds of millions, lots of people. So there is no limit to how many people we can reach out to. And so the way I see this in my field is for piano teaching, if someone else gets a piano student, good for them. I can get someone else. There's no need to be fighting each other anymore. And then in another aspect of that is YouTube. If someone else got a YouTube subscriber, that doesn't mean I can't get the same YouTube subscriber or another subscriber. There's no reason to fight each other. So yeah, my first point was just focus on yourself. Second point was there's enough for everybody. We can all succeed together, which leads me great into my third point, which is if someone does beat you and you guys are both competing for a similar goal, encourage them, support them, congratulate them. Nobody likes a poor sport, especially in business or in the arts especially. So for myself, if I was auditioning for a piano position and someone got it ahead of me, I want to be the first person to say, congratulations, you've worked very hard for this, realize their merit and what they've accomplished, and become an ally. And this has actually paid off tons of times already in my career, whether it's at school or even at my job. If someone else gets a student that I wanted, I'll say, awesome, I think you're going to do so good with them. And then you build an ally, not someone to resent or someone who fears you. And you never know how that's going to pay off in the future. And that's just the way I like to live my life. So yeah, if someone does beat you, be the first to congratulate them. And that's hard sometimes, it really is, I understand that, but it's just a habit you have to practice. So in conclusion, I talked about we're going to focus on what we're doing. Only be the best version of yourself, and you'll rise above the competition naturally. And then there's enough for everybody. Just remember that if someone else succeeds, that doesn't mean you can't succeed. They don't have to fail for you to succeed. That's not a dichotomy. You can be great, they can be great. And then the third one, help each other out as much as you can. Build allies, build relationships. And also, it's just a better way to live life. We don't want to be people who are harboring contempt for others. We want to be people who are encouraging and building each other up. And so these are just the 3 things that I've been dealing with and really teaching myself over the last few years, because it is hard to not get angry sometimes or get jealous or envious. And I do feel that way sometimes. This is just 3 things that I've come up with more as a reminder to myself of the person, the principles that I want to have and what I wanted to share with you guys with what I've been going through recently. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you were able to learn something from me and get any kind of value out of this with how you approach your work or how you approach your peers or even your family members over the next year and for the rest of your life. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.